Round number 3. Pawel Wolak in the darker trunks, and in the red, it is Carlos Nascimento. Nascimento, the 32-year-old from Brazil, who is 8-0 since he lost a fight to Sergey Zinjarek, who is the junior middleweight titleist. Could not get it done, TKO'd in the 11th round. He's won 8 fights since, but 7 of those fighters had losing records. Not the case tonight in the man he's facing in Wolak.
Actually, Nascimento went through a series of fights that he fought in Mexico and worked with the famous trainer in Mexico, Romero Quirarte, who trained Jose Luis Castillo, Maromero Paez, Chavez Sr., Chavez Jr. So, you know, maybe he gained some experience from working with a world-class trainer like that. That
was what they did to try and help him improve on his technique. And we'll see what result that has tonight. Certainly, Wolak, from his standpoint, and we heard Tommy Brooks in the corner. Tommy Brooks, you make a good point. I think he has refined Wolak a little bit, and you've done a lot of his fights, Steve.
I have, and those numbers right there tell you exactly what you need to know about Wolak's success so far. Almost 100 punches thrown, and now, as you pointed out, the Brazilian has matched the volume, but not the effectiveness.
Wolak pushes him against the ropes and whacks away. Nascimento lands a good right hand off the ropes. We're halfway through round number 3. I'm Al Bernstein along with Steve Farhood and Raul Marquez. Delighted to be working with them and delighted that you've joined us tonight. Wolak is 3-0 since his only loss to Ishe Smith, in which Smith not only outboxed him, but outworked him on the inside as well.
And that's why Wolak realized he had to make some changes, because Ishe was a big step up. Wolak wasn't able to match it. He's had some wins since. And tonight he looks very good, but against a fighter who's fighting his fight.
I agree with that. I mean, a fighter like, Ishii Smith, I mean, he got exposed with Ishii Smith, but a type of style like that, a guy that's going to be a mover and the quick combinations that Smith has, I mean, it's always going to give problems for Wolak. I mean, Nascimento is the perfect guy. You know, he doesn't have to look for him. He's right there in front of you, and that's why he's looking excellent tonight. Not taking anything away from Wolak.
Yeah. Nascimento's folks wanted him to maybe stay on the outside a little bit more, but they said, we're not sure he will, and he has not. Big right hand by Wolak. He is landing lots of power punches. He's not a monstrous puncher, but he's thrown sharp punches here tonight. Nascimento coming back with a right hand to the body. But as we head toward the end of round number 3, it has been a picture-perfect outing for 28-year-old Pawel Wolak, the transplanted Pole living here in the United States.
Move more on this side. Move side to side. You're letting him on the rope. Don't let him come to you. Don't put your back on the rope. You are okay.
We see both in close fight, a good action by both fighters, I think.
And Pawel Wolak has his man on the ropes here, making it much easier for Wolak.
We move into round number 4, the scheduled 10-rounder. Carlos Nascimento in the red trunks, a 32-year-old Brazilian. Came in with a 24-1 record. Same record for Pawel Wolak, the young man who is facing him, a 28-year-old. And they have been right in front of each other, blasting away like this. Through round 3, Wolak has thrown an average of 94 punches per round, and Nascimento 88. So they've been very busy, but Wolak has been landing more. Freight train right hand from Wolak. Did it hurt Nascimento? If you're a boxing fan, you have to like the way Pawel Wolak fights. You know, he's fun to watch.
And he's looking good tonight.
He really is.
When he has Nascimento against the ropes and Nascimento punches, Nascimento's getting hit all the time because Wolak never stops punching. So whenever whenever the Brazilian's hands move, he's getting hit.
A little under 2 minutes left in this round. And again, Nascimento with his back against the rope, someplace he doesn't want to be.
I also think what's getting Wolak the edge here is that, when he throws a combination, he starts it off with his jab. If you notice Nascimento, he wants to start his combinations with hooks.
That's very good.
And Wolak starts it off with the jab, and then his combinations fall in place.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And evidence of that right in that sequence. Still some blood coming out of the right eye of Carlos Nascimento, and he's looking very tired all of a sudden, Nascimento. And we talked about the fact that Wolak never has problems with stamina despite the quick pace he keeps, so we'll see how this plays out. But Wolak is really getting to him now with a lot of punches.
And don't think Volak's going to slow down, because he's not, I promise you.
You have much experience with him.
I have faith in this young man. And I'll tell you, he always cuts over the right eye. I have 6, 7 fights where he cuts. So it's interesting that Nascimento's cut and not Wolak.
And Pawel Wolak slipping some punches there, so showing some defensive acumen, and that may be courtesy of Tommy Brooks as well. Under a minute left to go here in round number 4. It's been a great round for Wolak, and Nascimento desperately trying to do something to get back into it. That will not be called a knockdown.
And I'll tell you what, he's going to need that defense when they raise his opponents. When he's fighting a top 10 guy and it's going into the later rounds, he's going to be able to, he's going to need to avoid a lot of them punches early on. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Seconds to go here in round 4, and Wolak pouring it on, thinking maybe, just maybe, he can end this fight.
Dá água, água, água.
Rub his legs, rub his legs.
Tranquilo. Relaxa a perna. Calma. Relaxa, relaxa a perna.
Relax, relax. Relax the legs. Are you okay?
Respira.
Breathe, breathe.
Here you see Wolak picking up his combination punching. Basically, he's hitting him at will there. Excellent round. I thought he almost stopped him there. It's a matter of time for Nascimento.
Exactly, and what I like best about Wolak, when you throw 100 punches around,